Have you ever wondered why when you go on social media you feel some sort of way and when you leave social media you feel completely different? It's because these companies hack your emotions. I'm going to explain to you very briefly how social media companies will add to your anxiety, and you need to know two things. One, their incentive structure, the attention economy, and number two, a basic understanding of how anxiety manifests. First and foremost, these social media companies get money by keeping you engaged. This is what we know as the attention economy. As you're not buying into the service, they have to have some way to make money. What they do is monetize your attention and sell it to advertisers. The more sinister part of this is that they gain so much information about you as a consumer that they can sell personalized advertisements, at least the placements for them, to these companies. Essentially how they do this, they use systems called recommender systems to show you videos that they think you will enjoy. And I say enjoy, but I need to reframe this. And I think we all as a society need to reframe this. Companies aren't showing you videos that they think you'll like. They're showing you videos that they know you will watch. They'll use information like click rate, how long you watch videos, what kinds of videos you watch, and they'll basically put this into their algorithm. They have some of the smartest people on this earth working on these algorithms to figure out what video to next show you. And this isn't necessarily a video that you're going to feel positive watching or feel encouraged or motivated watching. It's going to be things that no matter what are going to keep you engaged. And a lot of the time, this deals with negative emotions. For instance, right now, a huge conversation in the zeitgeist is AI. AI is seen as something that could lead to catastrophic risks, but it's also seen as something that could accelerate real harms that are happening right now, such as people losing their jobs. That's one example. And AI is something that I will say is a personal example for me. If I see a video about AI, I sometimes will want to click on it because it induces anxiety. This brings us to the second thing you need to understand, and that's a basic understanding of how anxiety works. Essentially, we will get triggered by an event. So in the case of social media, let's say you're on YouTube, and I'm using this because everyone is watching this on YouTube. You see a video about AI, a news channel talking about unemployment is rising in this sector specifically, or this company, X company laid off this many employees. Because I see that, I get triggered. When you get triggered, you have an increase of fear. When you have fear, this is a negative emotion. It's something that you don't want to have. So inevitably, this leads to you partaking in what's called a safety behavior. In the context of this scenario, the safety behavior, you see a threat to maybe your job. You want to watch the video, get as much information as you can about AI, what it's doing, and the stages it's currently at. And by doing this, you relieve a little bit of the anxiety. And you could say being educated about this is a good thing, but it has its limits. And this cycle repeats itself infinitely. Essentially, as soon as you watch that video, they see you're engaged with it, they'll continue to recommend you similar videos. You see these videos continue to pop up, you continue to get triggered by them, you continue to watch them to relieve that anxiety. That's that anxious cycle. You also see here the self-propagating loop of the recommender system. Now, it's not all bad. I think there's so much good that has come from YouTube. People are able to find DIY solutions to things that go wrong. People are able to find content like mine, which I hope has been helpful to you watching. And people are also able to find community. But there are a lot of ways that these social media companies affect us in negative emotional ways that we just need to be more aware of. We need to understand that the usage of these companies comes at a cost to us that we don't necessarily see. There's a quote that goes around that when you don't have to pay for the service, you are the product. You are being sold to advertisers, and more people just need to be aware of this fact. Understand how these companies are basically keeping you in a loop, serving you content that you think you might like. You're not necessarily liking the content. It's just content that helps keep you engaged. And for them, that helps their business model. For you, you have to pay a cost which may not be seen explicitly, but internally, you will pay that price. I don't want to say that these tech companies are necessarily evil. Sometimes the way technology develops, we can't foresee the risks that are coming, but we do have to realize when we get to a point like this that we have agency in this. We need to become more conscious as consumers. We also need to push for change. And there's a lot of great nonprofits. One of them that I really appreciate is the Center for Humane Technology. They are currently working on projects related to AI, but in the past they had very much been a forefront voice in terms of regulating social media companies. You're seeing that Meta just got sued recently, and I think these are all positive pushes. And I think Gen Alpha is actually taking a very healthy stance towards social media, something which Gen Z, my generation, didn't necessarily have the chance to do because we didn't understand fully consequences. And I just hope this video helps to bring a little bit more awareness to an issue that I think is going a little bit under the radar, or at least I haven't heard a lot of it in my circles.